So this build shows compatibility between our Hellscape terrain and our Erinthor mountain terrain. This build is supposed to be as if there was sort of these beautiful or desolate, whatever, barren mountainside, and suddenly magma started pouring out through the side of the mountain and spreading and mounding out here on the mountainscape. So all we did was essentially just I put river tiles right on top of Erinthor mountain floors, and then I used the banks here to create the feel of like the molten stone mounding up and cooling as it spreads. And I think it has a pretty cool effect. It definitely would be an interesting thing for your players to stumble across this and have to interact with it. For here, I mean, literally all I did is I stuck the lava fall right in between some pre-built Erinthor pieces. If we wanted, we could have put this in like it was pouring out the side of the mountain. Let's see. And then maybe cap it off with something like this. No, could have done something like that. So it's coming out of the side of the mountain, and then maybe you'd build up and around it or something, do bits like that, or I don't know. It's one option. Some other things that we could have, what are some other neat bits we did here? I really like how here I used the transition piece down onto some of the old lava river pieces to just to create like an area where it dips down and terminates. Boop, boop, boop. And we had this, we had a kind of flow around the rocks in a few places, like it's spreading, and then it kind of hit the rocks and stopped, and it pushed it out and around. And then here you can sort of see it's cutting a channel through these rocks and maybe entering back into the side of a mountainside over here, or something of the such. So you could also, if you wanted to, you could theoretically build this on light panels underneath if you wanted to make it glow, which would have been a bit of a challenge, but doable. So then a couple other things we could have done here. One thing we could have tried is just have this, we could have it terminate right onto the stone instead of going out to a river. If the leading edge went right onto the gray, that's pretty cool. Like it really feels active, right? This magma is, as we speak, is spreading out on a thing. And maybe as the players go, you could extend it out, right? So it starts here, and then you add another piece in after a couple of turns or something, and keep spreading it forward or something. So maybe it's going towards an objective that they're trying to get to or something. They have to get there before the magma overruns it or whatnot. That's something we could have done. You see here, we inset these down at the same level and dropped down, so it felt like it was sinking into the earth as it went, sort of burning its way in. That's another thing we did. The other thing we could have, like one other variation could have done on this even simpler is maybe we just want to do like a standalone volcano or something, right? So we could take
Shaping the spiral unspeakable strength with the blessing of divine. And not to expose us before me, and for this I must prepare. A dungeon of peril and terrible beasts, but a treasure I must find. But no one will stand in my way. Dwarven forge, a power intention to me. Here it stands, Dwarven forge. Ignite the light and fly the fire.
All right, so this is like, you could do something simple, like just take a volcano piece like this or something and surround it by banks to sort of have it, this thing is bubbling up and the magma is flowing up from there. Or you could, if you wanted, you could take like the pedestal of pain and do a similar sort of thing. Something like that if you wanted to have some unholy area in the middle of the mountains. Yeah. And you could do this gag anywhere, right? You could do some magma piece surrounded by banks, kind of freestanding anywhere. You could put it on a battle mat if you wanted to. And you could also just do something as simple as, you could do the same gag with just the magma magma pool floor, create a little lava pool, make a little lava pool in your out here or something in your mountains. Boom. So that's there's a lot of fun ways this stuff can play with the Erinthors. You could also, if you got crazy, you could dry brush some Erinthors blackened at the bottom and use them to build like right onto your magma pieces. That might look really kind of cool. Give you some options, but right out of the box, all this stuff plays pretty well together.